but we're both pretty sure that we're gonna make $100,000 in profit. Or at least that's the plan. What's going on, guys? It's Mike here, and I am back for the second update on this Project House series. And if you missed the last video, well, me and my wife, we bought this house, but it's actually a piece of junk. I feel like nobody did any sort of maintenance on this property in like the last 30 years. I'm about to show you a walkthrough of the entire place. And in that video, the interior, it actually looks like the house is okay. But I'm telling you, that place smells horrible. There is a serious odor, and you might even be convinced that you have just walked into a kennel. The place absolutely reeks. And on the outside, you'll see a ton of overgrown shrubs, piles of brush, and there's like this deck, or maybe it's a fence, and it's kind of all scattered around the backyard. Oh, and I'm just gonna throw this in now, but I don't think we're gonna be flipping the property anymore. I think we're just gonna keep it. We looked into the capital gains tax, and it is absolutely crazy how much money they want. For that reason alone, I think, yeah, we're just gonna rent the house out. We know that we're gonna have to put about $20,000 of our own money into this place, but we're both pretty sure that we're gonna make $100,000 in profit. Or at least that's the plan. All right, let's begin with this walkthrough of the entire property. I'm so glad that we didn't forget to take this video before too much work was done. I always forget the befores, you know? And a huge shout out to my wife for doing this walkthrough. It was done like 2 days after the closing day, and we opened the door, boom, we're in the kitchen. First things we see is the washer and dryer, and man, that is just not a pleasant view when you walk into a house. This wall here, yeah, there's no drywall behind there. This is definitely some sort of an afterthought. But there's actually that super sketchy addition thing behind there. So I'm just glad that somebody blocked off the access for it. Check out that weird gate thing. What a bizarre setup. Those kitchen cabinets, they're kind of ugly, but I think we could just get away with painting them. Also, take note of that fridge. It's not even inside the kitchen. This has to be a first for me. What a bizarre setup. Down to the basement we go. That right there, that's where some water is coming in every time it rains. Yeah, look at that sign there, Pet Styles. I Googled that business and it doesn't appear to be at this address, but I'd be willing to bet that this has something to do with all that terrible pet smell coming from basically the whole house. And then, yeah, look at that hot water tank. It's immediately next to the glass fuse breaker panel. I'm pretty sure that's against some kind of code for sure. I don't know if anyone was actually using this as a shop, but it seems quite unlikely. The ceiling is probably only 4 or 5 feet tall in this area. Well, it's super crammed down here. Let's get the heck out of here and we'll check out the rest of the house. Check out that weird gate to get into the kitchen. I don't know what that's for. God, I just love this bathroom. Look at it. What a nightmare. I think I see a layer of subfloor, then flooring, then another layer of subfloor, but to make things even crazier, it's all kind of half ripped up. And if you look at this tub surround, it literally had floor trim installed inside of it. I don't think it really matters as there's cracks and missing caulking basically everywhere. There is not a doubt in my mind that this thing is leaking water. And if I was a betting man, then I would say that it's super rotten behind there and something will need to be replaced for sure. This bathroom is just not worth saving and it is definitely a gut job. Ah, the classic plug the fan into the wall trick. It never fails. Huge shout out to whoever picked the colors in this place. I love the mint green paneling and of course the aqua blue stairs. Great job. excellent palette. Of course, these pine tongue and groove slats were covering up mold on the drywall there. Obviously, there was water damage in here at one point in time. And yep, there's another fan that's plugged into an outlet. I love to see the brand new metal roofing over the kitchen and the bathroom. Love to see that. These next two bedrooms were so incredibly small, it seemed crazy to have a wall between these two rooms. There really isn't even any room for a bed. I guess you could slam a single bed in there and maybe have some space for something else, but like, dude, you're definitely not fitting anything else other than a single bed in there. Oh, also check the green tape holding in the outlet. That's a pretty cool trick as well. I really wish we took this video on closing day, as there was literal dog shit in this room. It was straight out of a hoarder house and seems impossible to believe that anyone was living like this. Whoop, don't hit your head on the way down. I actually don't really have anything too bad to say about this front enclosed porch thing. It could be worse, that's for sure. This is probably not an area I would ever chill or hang out in, but like, hey, it's a decent little room. You could probably store a few things in here, seasonal equipment, I don't know. It's not that bad in here. We knew that we were going to be ripping up flooring and that entire bathroom, so we had a dumpster bin placed ready for closing day, ready to get to work. Check out all this overgrown vegetation here. I think it's supposed to be some kind of retaining wall beneath all that mess, but it's tough to tell as there is just so much overgrown bullshit in the way. Look at that monstrosity of an extension. Heavy air quotes on the word extension. I don't know if it shows very well on camera, but that brush pile is probably 3 feet tall. Again, this video doesn't do justice of just how overgrown this whole area is, but it's nothing compared to this huge section back here. This is probably like 30 by 20 feet of just completely unusable space because someone just let this jungle grow wild. Onto the garage, nothing too special in here. This is really not that bad, and other than a huge hole in the roof, I don't think I have too much to say about it. I'm hoping this thing is salvageable, as I don't see any rot anywhere. This thing looks like it could be okay to use. After looking at this walkthrough again, I feel like we have quite a bit of work ahead of us. Fortunately, I think quite a bit of this first bit of work is going to be demolition and hauling garbage to the dump. And I have to admit that I'm a little bit scared, a little bit nervous, but mostly I'm friggin' excited to get started on this whole project. Stay tuned for the next update, as I should have all the demo work done and all the stuff for the bathroom all picked out. I'll see you on the next video, and peace.